Mandela said, there is no passion to be found.
But you have this moment.
I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable.
The Champions Chapter.
All right, welcome again to the Champions Chapter with me, Okwong. And today I want to talk about something amazing, something that we all experience. I know that people who have given up in life, saying, what can I do? And I'm talking to you, who is done with their studies. You have your masters, you have your bachelors, and all kind of papers you do have. But you keep asking yourself, I want to start a job. I want to get a job, sorry. Or another person saying, I want to start a business. But I know what is limiting you. And all that you're saying, I don't have what to start with. I don't have capital. I don't ask anyone to help me around. But today, it's something interesting. You're going to learn from somebody who started from nothing and is now somebody. He has not made it like the people you think, the Bill Gates. Also, he's just like you. He's a hustler like you. And that is none other than, I want to take you, we learn something brief from my dear friend, Chef William. The man who almost lost everything. He had a bakery shop. He lost everything. Imagine a young man hustling, but still losing everything, but still bounces back. Who didn't have capital, but used his graduation gifts to start up his business. How about you? What are you waiting for? I want us to go learn something from William, and we'll be right back to see how you can start, however small it could be. And all that you need is to start. Don't go away. Let's visit Chef William's bakery as we learn more today. Let's go.
Mandela said, there is no passion to be found.
But you have this moment.
I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable.
The Champions Chapter.
Everybody says you're nothing for me, but you're not fucked up and I hate you. You put me back together again.
Once again, welcome to the Champions Chapter with me, your man, Okwong. Always in the Champions Chapter, something amazing, something big. But today is unique. I will take a walk to visit my longtime friend, a very charismatic man, a man with energy, with a vision. You know, at times we think about people who know what they want, and this one man knows what he wants, so good at what he does, and that is none other than my best friend, Chef William. When we talk about cakes, talk about William. And we're here today. I reach upon the kings of cakes bakery. Hey William, I see you so busy here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
I keep telling people when I talk about cakes, I talk about Chef William. Is anybody who can really disagree with that? Never. You can't disagree about that. So William, I see you busy. Time will come, I'll join you. Today is not the right day. But I want to share with us something briefly here. What inspired you to get into bakery and cooking and all that?
I discovered that there's a need of skilled personnel.
You discovered that there is a need.
Yes, of hotel.
So you didn't just come in because you wanted to make money. You came in to fulfill a need. You know, I keep telling people, every time you're identifying a business opportunity, don't look for where I can make a lot of money. Look for where there is a problem and you solve that problem. So that is the aspect. So for you, you identified a need to get a what? Skilled
personnel.
Skilled personnel.
In the field of hotel management.
You know, have you ever worked in a hotel? You're talking about a hotel management. Have you ever worked in a hotel? And you were specifically into the cooking or?
To the cooking and the confectionery part of it.
Wow, that's awesome. What inspired you then to start on your own? I now know you're the big man behind the Kings of Cakes. What inspired you to go solo? I have some entrepreneurs there who want to know how, really, no, they want to start up, but wondering how can I start up? For the viewers, I met this man, most people say in his humble days, but I don't want to say in his humble days. There's a difference between poverty and humility. But there's something I know, every poor person is humble. But I met him in his humble days when he seemed a nobody, a very quiet place. You know, everything seemed, all he could sell was chapatis, chops, but right now it's Kings of Cakes. So what can you tell someone out there who really wants to get into the confectionery, into the baking of cakes? He says, I have no job, but I want to do something. What do we tell them?
All I can say is to start with what they have.
Start with what you have. What do you mean start with what you have?
Starting with what you have is having the passion first
So the
What
first
you're
you must develop the passion.
Then secondly, gain the skills over what you're going to do.
So what if I have the passion but I don't have the skill?
You can still work along with people with those skills.
I love
And
that.
as you keep on learning yourself.
So you may not have the skill, but you have the passion. So you can work along with people who have the skill so that you can get part of that. You know, most of us are just stagnant because we say, I know I have the passion, but I don't have where to start from. Chef Williams says, you have the passion. Look for people like him who have the what? The skill. And they'll teach you that. Now, it's one thing to have the skill. It's another thing to know how to market yourself. How did you get out there to market yourself? Or how do you market yourself? Of course, I know in this show itself, the Champions chapter is marketing you, you know? So that's one way, but you, on your ground, how do you get it all?
First of all, the product itself, by its appearance, can market itself.
The product markets itself.
How you plan your product, how do you design your cakes, how you present your cakes, how you do the setting, and also the quality inside.
Wow.
That's the first market.
So the product actually markets you.
Yes.
So in whatsoever you do, you have to do it so well that, you know, at times when people are eating the cake, they must keep asking themselves, but who is the guy behind this? And I think that's one of the secrets behind the Kings of Cakes. You do it so well that people should keep on asking, how do they do it? But let me ask you something. What makes you unique or different from all other bakers? You know, every Saturday, every day there is a party somewhere. And someone is asking, hey, we need a cake. Birthday parties, we have weddings, we have baby showers. Do we get cakes for baby showers? All kinds of parties. Right? What would make someone leave all other kinds of cakes and come to the Kings of Cakes?
First of all, what we normally instruct here is
Being friends with?
You get off the competition part of it, and then you become friends in business.
Wow.
And secondly,
First, wait that point. You don't compete.
yes,
You merge up with them, you become friends.
yes.
So, how does it help you if you merge, if you come together with your competitor? In the business we call them competitors, right? But here, you know, you become friends with the people you're same in the industry. So how does it help you?
It really does help because at times they can identify you for what they cannot do.
And you do it for them.
And you do it for them. Or they forward the business.
And I have someone there who wants to be the best. But you know, you can never be the best alone. William is telling you, learn how to partner with people who are good at what you're not good at. So what makes you unique?
I'll say a lot.
You know, there's a lot, everyone will say,
Starting from how we mix our flavors.
how you mix your flavors,
How we mind about the quality of the cake, the body of the cake, the texture of the cake, the color of the cake, the design and the presentation.
Alright, that is about the cake. I want to come to you. At one time in life, have you ever thought of giving up? Have you ever thought of giving up? Say no, things are not moving on well, I want to give up. Have you ever thought of giving up?
I'll say yes.
When was that time?
At the time when my business caught fire.
Your business caught fire?
Yes.
Okay.
By then I was running a restaurant that had cakes within. So I left on a deep fryer when power went. So when power came back,
So your business caught fire. And we have some people, and you felt like giving up. It's like you lost everything and you're starting from nothing. And that's why something simple for our viewers there. A time you don't think of insuring your business. It saves you. You have to think about that. Now, William, I want you to re-emphasize on your uniqueness. Something that everyone knows about the Kings of Cakes Bakery. What do they know us of? Number one,
of creative cakes.
they know the Kings of Cakes of creative cakes. Meaning in business, you have to think about creativity. It makes you outstanding. Number two,
Dealing with nature.
dealing with nature. How?
Nature and landscape.
You know, we have some creative people too in the market. Do you know that Zuena is one of your competitors in business?
What's that?
You also work around with her. We have Jennifer Musisi. Do you know that she's into that business? You know, other people. So all those kinds of businesses, they're all doing that. So what you have to do, you have to make yourself stand out. So we have creativity. I'm still getting some of your points.
Yeah. creativity,
We have the dealing with nature.
dealing with nature,
Uh-huh.
and also dealing with reality.
You have to deal with reality.
If you're making an apple cake,
You're making an
it
apple.
look like an apple.
If you're making an apple
Making
cake,
a pineapple,
yeah,
pumpkin,
Yeah.
make it look like a pumpkin. If you're making a tree bark,
Yeah.
make it look like a tree bark. So we normally bring out the nature into reality.
I have a question for you. There's someone watching you. I want them to look straight into their eyes and tell them something. That if there is any word Chef William will tell a young entrepreneur fearing to start, saying I have nothing to start, but all sitting at home and waiting, when will I get a job, folding up their hands. But Chef William has a word for them that can change their lives. What is that word? Tell them what they can do.
Just slightly, when I started,
Yeah.
I started with almost the thing they gave me on my graduation day.
Wow, your capital came from your
My
graduation day.
restaurant, the kettles, the plates, cups, and so on. This
Yeah.
is what I started with.
That defines what kind of gifts you should be receiving on your graduation. Uh-huh.
So I said to myself, let me start with what I have.
Yeah.
Let me be what I am and start being real.
Being real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And trying to bring what people normally avoid,
Sure.
what people eliminate, those details that people skip.
Sure.
That was my main interest.
Wow.
And mostly we started more about the introduction cakes,
Great.
the saucepans, the pots, pumpkins,
Sure.
mention it. We started with all that.
So what you
And what I can inspire those young people,
Yeah, they're
start
watching that.
business,
Yeah.
start with what you have.
Start with what you have.
Start with what you have to buy the skills that you have.
Now, some of them may not be into the bake and the confectioners, but with whatever skill you have, start with.
Yes. So when you gain the skills against what you want,
Sure.
you build your passion against it.
Sure.
And you forget getting money now, and you work on gaining maintaining the clients that you get, obtaining more clients that you get,
You know-
and also growing more experience in what you're doing.
William is literally telling you, don't stop learning. Of all the customers you get, learn how to retain them, learn how to get more. But I love something that he said. He said his capital came from his graduation. I don't know what kind of gifts you receive, but whatsoever you get, learn how to start small. Grow big, think big. Some of you are wondering, by the way, William, I shouldn't leave this table without tasting a cake because I'm dressed like this, so at the end of it all, we must taste a cake. All right, the Champions chapter continues, and we'll be talking more how you can start small and grow big.
Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found.
But you have this moment.
I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable.
The Champions chapter.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. You're still watching the Champions chapter with me, Philemon Okwong. But there's something amazing that I learned from Coach William that I want to start from as I expound more today, is that you need to work with your competitors at times and learn from them. That's how we grow big. But there's a few things I want us to learn from how you got to go and start small.
There is no passion to be found.
But you have this moment.
I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable.
The Champions chapter.
It's all about what you have. It's all about what you have within you first. You know, at the beginning of everything, it's not about what is outside. I want to talk about what is within you. At times, you need that personal passion. Why do I make it so personal? Because you must draw some passion from what you're doing. William says he had passion for the confectionery. He had passion from something. But let's think about William. I want to talk to you who is failing to begin something, who is failing to move out, who is seated just waiting for a job, waiting for someone to donate capital to them. No, what is your passion? What is that you can do even if you're not paid? You still do it again. That is a place to start. That is a place to win. That is a place that everything starts. Passion is important. Don't do something that you end up feeling as if they're forcing you to do. No, your business is in your area where you do everything at ease. That's what I'm encouraging you. Look for something that you do at ease. No one will need to force you to do it. That's why you're going to win. That's why your business will start. That's why you're going to win and compete in everything. So, the point is, passion is important. And where does the passion come from? You're not going to start with the money, you're going to start with a dream. You're not going to start with very many people, you're going to start with a goal. You know, the question I already ask people is, why are you starting? Why do you want to do the things you are doing? What is the why? The why will give you the push. You know, I call this the greatest asset. I call this the greatest capital, my biggest why. You know, someone was telling me a few days back, they know, I don't work to make money, but I work that I may get the money to do the things that I love to do. What do you love to do? That's why you need to get hold of that business. You have to work it out. Work out that business from the point of your dreams, from the point of your goals. That's what will make you who you are in business. You're not young to start. You're not old to initiate something. There's something interesting people keep telling me. You don't need to take every advice from old people. Wisdom doesn't mean old age, because we have old, foolish people. Away from that, the point is, it's never too late to start your dream. So everything is within you. Now, business is all about creativity. Now, creativity is just a word, but we have something within creativity. We have the aspect of create, and we have the aspect of the activity. So when I talk about you being creative in your business, meaning come up with something. To create is to invent, is to bring something new, is to bring something unique. So every business success is about creativity. Creativity doesn't mean that bring up something that someone already has. Within you, what can you bring? Within your area of niche, what can you bring? If you're into the events business, what are you going to bring? If you're into the baking, what are you going to bring? So create something unique that people will buy. I keep telling people, people buy solution. Become a solution looking for a problem. But what is that solution is what you've created. Now, creativity is not about copying people. Let me tell you something. You can pick a leaf from someone's idea. There's nothing new you're going to bring in this world that has never been brought out. But the point is, learn from something that has already been made. Invent from something that has been created. And that's how your business will make it up. Your business has got to be unique. And the uniqueness is in your creativity. Now, talking about creativity, it doesn't just come. It's about people. You know, often I tell people, I've never seen any business fail, but I've seen people fail businesses. I've never seen any business grow, but I've seen people grow businesses. Now, this is the same point. I've never seen any creative business. I've seen creative people behind those businesses. So, to build up on your creativity, make sure you research every day. Research about your business. Read a lot about your business. Get to know where the world is heading into your business. But I have people who are into the same kind of business. Even if you're making chapati, let it be unique. Let it be with something unique. The people say, I love eating from such a point. That is a point of creativity. And that depends on you. Whatsoever you come up with will reflect your business. If you're a dull entrepreneur, your business will be dull. If you're a creative entrepreneur, your business will be creative. Creativity could be in the colors, the branding, the packaging, the marketing. That's all ways of being creative. Working along with people who have like-minded, who are like minds with you. I want to tell you something. Don't remain the same. The same way you remain is the same way your business will be. So you got to do something that will make you unique. That's what makes businesses grow. That's what makes businesses unique. So don't look anywhere further. Look within you, because there is some creativity within you. So away from creativity, there's something more I want you to learn today from the Champions chapter. Is that you can actually work with your competition. You can actually work with the people you fear. You can actually work along with the people whom you think are better than you. I want you to pick out this African mindset. What is the African mindset I'm talking about? Looking at your competitors as your enemy. No, that's not how it is. You know, today we have business that are stagnant because of one thing. You find Philemon wants to start up a business, but he feels he wants to be alone. There's no pride of saying, I am the CEO. Let me tell you, it's useless, it's nonsense. But there is pride in working together with people who can take you far. So some of the people who can help you are not just your friends. Some of the people who can take you far are not the people you walk around with every day. Actually, the people who can take you far are the people who criticize you, are the people who give you room to grow. And where is that room to grow? When you work with your competitors. You know, I've seen scenarios where I've seen event organizers working together. I've seen media houses working together. I've seen different kinds of, you know, as long as you're in the same industry, there's no room to fight. There's room to grow. Embrace your competitors. Let me tell you something you're going to learn from your competitors. Every time you work along with your competitors, you get to know what you don't know. What are the things? There's some skills that your competitors do have that you don't have. The ideas, there's some knowledge. Let me first talk about ideas. There's some ideas that your competitors do have that you may never have. But when you work along with them, you make it big. The point is all here. It doesn't matter who takes the credit. What matters at the end of it all, have we made it? Is the revenue there? Are we succeeding? They may not want to know who did it as long as how good it is. Embrace your competitors. Go learn something from them. You know, some of your competitors have gone where you've never been. Others may be having a broader knowledge than you do have into your field. So when you merge up with them, you learn from them. Stop this African mindset. I'm sorry to say it happens a lot in Africa with us because we believe I have to be better than somebody. It doesn't matter being better than somebody. What if you're better than them but they're good at marketing? Ride onto their strength. You know, in business, every time you are branding yourself, you actually are scoring yourself, you have to look at your strength. You have to look at your weaknesses. You have to look at your opportunities. You have to look at your threats. Now, your competitor should never be your threat. Your competitor should be two things to you. Should be an opportunity. And should be what? It shouldn't be a threat. It should be an opportunity to learn from. Your competitor should be your strong point. Ride onto their strength. And that's why you'll make it from. Don't fight them. You know, they say, if you can't win them, I don't know, like the saying goes, if you can beat them, then walk along with them. If you can't be better than them, walk along with them. That's why you're going to learn from. That's why you're going to learn something from. The Champions chapter teaches you to work with the champions. As we wind up, we've shared a couple of things we need to learn in starting our businesses. Seen it from Coach William, who started small, lost everything, but he's still making it. What does it mean you still have a room to make it? And I want to speak to you who have ever tried. You started a business and it failed. I'm trying to let you know that you too can start once again. I keep telling people, it is the start that stops most people. Don't allow to be stopped by the start. Don't allow to be stopped by the start. Start out something that will become your signature. That will become your identity. And that will become where you win your bread from. And that's how it is. So, as we keep sharing, don't forget, work along with your competitors. There is something hidden in them that you need to get to learn. I've seen quite a number of telecom companies working together. I've seen a lot of media houses working together. So look for somebody whom you perceive or you think is your competition. Go learn something from them, because there is a lot to learn. And don't forget the aspect of being very, very creative. Creativity is in you. Creativity is in what you learn. Creativity is in what you explore. By the way, if you need to be very creative, you need to be well exposed to the world. Exposed means be ready to fail. You may do it, but it won't come out well, but you've done it. When you want to be creative, do it afraid. When you want to be creative, don't mind what people will say. You know, in this world, most times we're limited by what people are going to say about us. That is not the point. Do it whether they hate it, you've done it. Whether they love it, you've done it. The point is, make your business so unique. And above all, the reason you're doing it, there's a dream you're chasing. There is a goal you're chasing. There is a personality you want to become. Have that in mind. At the end of it all, it's not just about the money. It's about the dream you want to achieve. Go for your dreams. Go for your goals. You're doing it for somebody. Become very creative. Look for where to start from. Because from today onwards, I want you watching, in your organization, in your family, wherever you are, it's your season to start something. Always get tuned on the Champions Chapter. You can catch us live